So as you guys are walking to the crypts, I want to go ahead and give you, this is DM speaking to the players, right? There's an interesting little mechanic because of the rift and because of the unstable arcana. There's something called a chaos roll. Because of the rift, essentially what happens is I'm going to set a random timer and it's going to go off. And when it goes off and makes that noise that you heard earlier, I'm going to roll a 1d100. Based on the results of that roll, I have a chart of random effects. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them fatal. And we're going to hope for the best.
I'm ready,
So
guys.
I'm going to go ahead and set this timer. I'm not going to tell you the time limits for the minimum and max, but just know that once it goes off, whatever turn or action is currently going on, I will let that finish, and then we will factor in the chaos roll just to keep the chaos organized, right? Okay.
I need to get ready for battle.
So you guys are heading to the crypts.
Ready for
I
battle.
love it. Basically, as you're approaching the crypts, you see, as Barrick directed you, there's a large wall, kind of just like a fence or a gate surrounding the cemetery. Although you notice towards the back, there is almost a small, you could call it a small house, but maybe like a shrine or a monument with a doorway leading in. However, what really draws your attention is the guard who was standing watch in front of the gate is currently torn in two. His legs are off to the right of the gate, and then his torso, his head, and arms are off to the left. He has been ripped apart. The gate is open. However, you don't see any creatures. You don't see anything else for the time being inside the cemetery.
Are there bite marks on the remains of the body?
Sure. So do you want to go ahead and investigate him? Are you gonna examine the body?
I would like to examine the body. Please, Lord.
Deal.
Well, hold on, before you do that, is it currently daytime, nighttime? What time of the day is it at the moment?
Afternoon going on evening. However, it is very, very, when you try and picture this place, it's overcast, it's dark, it's very faded colors, it's very bleak. So your best guess is it's like afternoon, evening, but it is very, very dark and foreboding out. Do you examine the body? And I gotta remember your name, Brodo. Brodo examines the body. You don't need to roll for this. It's pretty evident that this man there are no bite marks. There's no scratches. There is nothing to indicate that he was even attacked. His body is literally just ripped, as if somebody grabbed both legs, somebody grabbed his chest and just pulled, and everything came apart.
I mean, something bigger than him took him apart.
So, someone that big, would we see? I look around for like footprints, see if there are any like really heavy footprints or something. I don't know.
You don't see any footprints. There's nothing to indicate something walked up and did this to him.
Is the gate opened inward into the cemetery or outward, as if someone came out of the cemetery?
They are opened inward, as in somebody. So they're on a hinge. They only open inward. I should clarify. So they are open inward. But that's the only way that they could have been opened.
So you're saying the gate there's no way it could have been opened the other way. It's just
correct. Yeah. The hinges only allow it to open inward.
okay.
So,
How much strength would it require to open it the other way?
Sure. So these are pretty heavy gates. It would take a good size creature to, or explosion blast, I guess, depending on how you want to approach the problem. It would take a good amount of force. These are pretty heavy gates.
So either the guy opened it himself or something smaller than what the gate would require, but large enough to rip them apart.
Do we see any signs of battle around him other than the obvious guy torn in half?
I walk in because I want to destroy these undead.
Well, someone knows.
I like it. So, so to answer, to react to both of those, you don't see any signs of battle. It's very interesting. It's as if nothing was there, and yet his body was torn, just completely torn in half. There are no signs of battle, no signs of struggle, no signs that he expected it and prepared for it. While you guys are investigating the body, we do have Sam, correct? Sam?
Correct.
We do have Sam walking into the
Sam Adrams,
Sam Adrams,
Dwarven Logger.
Dwarven Lager.
I love it.
Sam Adrams walking in. You do notice as you're walking in, it's almost like a fog starts to set a little bit, as if this area clearly doesn't want people entering, doesn't want help coming. You see, as you take a few steps in, the door on that shrine or that monument, that small entrance, it opens up, and it looks like, from what you can see, it would lead down underground.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for the fact that there were two undead, two bodies walking out of there, and they are undead, can't move very fast, but they are clearly trying to get out, and they are moving in your direction.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Undead Paladin guy, you might as well just throw a beam of light at him and smite him.
I don't think I can do any of that yet.
Oh.
So he's the only one that sees this. We're too far back to.
You guys all see. He's the first one to see the door open and stuff start coming through, but you guys
I
quickly
let them know.
notice them. Okay.
I'll let them know just in case they don't.
Skeletal undead, or are we talking about zombies? What are we talking about exactly?
These are, the closest resemblance would be a zombie.
Okay.
I aim at the closest one, and I'm going to throw a javelin. How far are they from me? Are they
They are.
125?
So the cemetery isn't huge, because keeping in mind this city is more for people passing through. They would really only be burying the people who die there. So it's not a very large cemetery. So from you to the door is about 30 feet.
In the meantime, while he's doing that, I'm looking around to see what's going on in the rest of the cemetery. So,
When you're looking around, are you specifically examining anything, or are you just doing like a general? Just maybe doing
so
anything
how
ambushing?
large is this entire sort of above ground part?
Sure. So from you to this door that the undead are coming out of is about 30 feet. From them to the what you would call the end of the cemetery, which lines up with the side wall of the city, is probably another maybe 100 feet past that. And then there's obviously graves and things littered kind of throughout the
How far can I effectively scan to notice if there's anything of
Sure.
value?
You can scan to the back wall. It's a little foggy, but it's nothing that's really hindering or blocking your view. So you can see to the back wall, and you don't notice anything. There's nothing coming at you from there. It's pretty much clear except for these two undead moving toward you.
Okay.
So Sam, did you say Sam
Yeah, Sam.
Adrams?
Sam Adrams.
Adrams. Are you? You said you're throwing a javelin.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start combat now. So I need you guys to roll initiative. I'm gonna let you go first. Normally I would roll initiative for them as well. But we'll get into that in a second. So you get to go ahead and go first because you made that initial action, and this combat's a little modified, we'll say. So go ahead
So
and
D20.
yeah, D20 to hit.
Okay, I got a
Now,
10.
now keep in mind you're throwing this. That counts as a dexterity. This usually uses your dex modifier.
You didn't think about that one.
So we'll roll a D20 and we'll take it from there. See if you,
Yeah, no, I got a 10 minus 1. That's a 9.
that is actually a hit.
Get out of here. Okay.
So you kind of rear back and hurl your javelin through the air. It arcs at them, and the one that you're aiming at. So again there's two of them. One on the left, one on the right. Let's say which one were you aiming at?
Which one's closest to me? The one on the left? I don't know.
The one on the right is slightly closer.
Okay, I'll do that one.
Okay, so you hit him. As the javelin is flying through the air. Again, this is a 30-foot throw. So there was time for him to kind of see it coming. He doesn't look like he was reacting at all. He wasn't trying to get out of the way. He's really just kind of lets it hit him, and then he falls to the ground.
That doesn't mean he ain't gonna get back up though. Like, don't get too excited.
The other one continues running, and he is still running towards the group.
So he's essentially dead, the one I threw it in?
The one you threw at is dead. He was not a very strong. He didn't have armor. He didn't have anything on.
Okay.
We'll get into that. So, but yeah, he does fall.
Okay.
Ooh, 21.
21. No.
That scared me.
Oh, that's what the scream was. No.
Agmar, you get to go first now.
And all we have is the one on the right, or the one on the one on the right.
It's the one on the right fell. Yeah, that's the one that he hit. So the one on the left is on his way.
I'm kind of, still groggy from waking up in the desert.
Sure.
So I'm not going to do any kind of kicks. I'm just going to kind of run up to him and try to, stab his head with my spear. So I'm gonna roll for a hit. That's a 17.
As you're running towards him, he turns basically away and goes perpendicular. So if there's a line between you and the door that he ran out of, he's perpendicular to that. He's trying to equally get away from both the door and from the party. He starts running kind of away from everything that he can. But with that roll, you definitely chase him and cut him down. He is dead.
Guys, these people probably aren't even enemies.
Zombies, they should not be alive.
I'm thinking that the zombies are running away from something. Like there's something even worse down in that crypt.
Yeah.
So they're both dead and we're out of combat, correct?
So they have both died, and there was a chaos roll.
Oh
So
no.
first, so we're going to roll and see.
$10 says that the druid dies first.
I see how it is.
Okay, and so I have to roll. So the chaos roll. So you hear what is essentially a loud crack about 15 feet in front of you. A large bear, a hostile, rabid, like he was hibernating and just got woken up. Bear, pops in front of you and looks like he's about to charge the group. We're going to keep your initiative that you had before. I'm going to roll initiative for the bear.
Matt, I need you to talk to this bear.
Unfortunately, I don't have any animal talking spells.
Matt, you had.
I swapped it. I don't think you can use animals.
Okay, Mr. Boris, you had one job. One job.
Is it a black bear? Is it a brown bear?
It's a black bear. It's a large black bear.
It's a black bear. Like that makes a difference.
Oh, he got it too. Okay, so you'll get to go first. So he's charging the group, but he is going to go after Matt. So Sam, it is now your turn.
I am going to throw another javelin at him.
Man, you don't even wait to feed him.
You're a halfling, right?
Wow. I'm just standing back here, just I'm just like.
What was your action?
Javelin.
Okay, you do have a second one, right?
I have 5 of them.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20.
That's a 10 minus 1. That's a 9.
So to give you a fair chance, I do actually have to look up their AC, which I should have done ahead of time. I didn't exactly expect we were going to spawn a bear in the first.
We are all dead.
That's not a hit. That is not a hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 9 is not, but
No.
You missed a big
no, that is a
bear.
miss. So you threw your javelin and it stuck in the ground a few feet away from it. You missed, and he is still charging. Next up is Varys.
Okay.
Yo, Varys, you got any protection spells? Wait,
Protect the rogue.
no, not protect the rogue. I'm gonna run.
So I'm gonna cast Ice Knife. And so
I want to bring something up real quick. You're a druid, correct?
yes.
You're a wood elf druid.
Yes.
This is part of nature. So does that are you going to have that affect your decision to attack it? That's something that we as a DM I should be on to you about.
Mm-hmm.
That should affect your decision. You know what I mean? That should affect it.
You should talk.
That's a very good question.
Can you talk to it?
No, I don't think we'd be encountering animals.
Or summon
I'm just
some
playing, I'm just
leaves. Summon some leaves to hug it or something
Yeah. I don't have that either. Look, I was looking through the list of spells and I just picked out ones I thought were well,
You don't even know whether or not this bear is a real bear or whether or not it was conjured or summoned.
but what we saw was the bear come out of nowhere, just appear.
Exactly.
This is true. Okay, fair enough.
My assumption is that he's been summoned.
Kill the bear.
Perfect.
So,
I love it. As long as there's an explanation, I love it.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. Good.
Okay.
Okay, so you're casting what?
it's called Ice Knife.
Okay.
Create a shard of ice and I fling it. That's all one motion. At a creature within range, which is he's in range 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
On hit, the target takes 1d10 damage.
All right, so go ahead and roll a d20.
12.
After your bonuses and everything?
Yep.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. So
Probably 10. 10's probably the hit.
3.
I underestimated how hot that beard gets. Does your beard get as hot as that?
Probably not quite as hot.
Okay.
Yeah, so I hit with a 3.
Okay.
But so the added on is the target and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the ice exploded must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 damage.
Okay. So it's the only creature there. Fortunately, nobody else ran up to attack it. At least not yet. So okay, so that's fine. So they took the damage.
Okay. Well, that's an add-on. That's in addition to the 1d10.
Oh, in addition. Because he's still in the blast radius.
Yes.
Gotcha,
So it
perfect.
hits him. It explodes. So he's part
Gotcha.
of the blast radius.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay, go ahead.
He
And
has to
roll.
take a dexterity save.
He has to do a dexterity save.
Yes.
He got a 15. He actually beat it.
Shoot. Okay, so he takes 3 damage, but that's it.
Okay, gotcha. So the bear is charging and attacks Agmar
And takes his legs.
and is basically attacking. So the bear has an action called multi-attack, where basically it attacks twice, once with a bite and once with its claws. So it gets 2 attack rolls. Let me see. So
How much? I hate you. I hate you.
no, it's okay. The bear rolled a 1. So so in the bear's brilliant multi-attack, I'm keeping in mind how just enraged this bear is at either being summoned or awoken from its hibernation or whatever it's mad about. It's extremely mad about, and tried to do the swipe and the bite at the same time, and ended up biting its own paw.
Perfect.
And literally just bit down 1d6 plus 2 damage, takes 4 damage.
Nice.
And then now it is Brodo's turn.
All right. So in my belt, I actually have a flask of oil, and so what I would like to do, and I have some rope as well. I actually have 50 feet of hempen rope, so I'd like to take, very small amount of rope, as much as it would need to actually tie one of these flasks of oil, and actually I aim for the bear's head with my arrow.
Wait, okay, hang on. So you want to attach the flask of oil to using the rope to an arrow, and then shoot the arrow with the oil at the bear's head, correct?
Correct. I'm hoping one of you has like some kind of fire spell, but at the end of the day, yes.
So there's 2 things with that. One, it's going to be probably too many actions to do in one turn.
Really?
However, you have a flask of oil. You can also just throw it. And considering it's a ranged, that would count as a ranged attack. It still uses your dexterity modifier, so it's still
but
just as likely to hit.
Damage-wise, what does it do? Nothing.
Damage-wise, it wouldn't do anything because it's probably just going to hit and break.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I just shoot an arrow at it. Then if that's obviously too many actions for me.
A turn is supposed to take 6 seconds, and I think that might take more than 6 seconds. So
That would not take. I grab it, flop, bang.
roll a d20
Max
to hit.
4 seconds. Max 4 seconds.
Okay, so you're attacking with your bow and arrow.
I'm attacking with my short bow and arrow.
All right, so go ahead and roll d20.
So 7 in total. That's probably not a hit.
Well, just for curiosity, what was the original, the natural roll?
4.
Okay, good. So a 7 is a miss. So you don't. It wasn't a critical failure. You don't hit anyone, but that super easy shot of 6 feet away, you couldn't hit.
Are you serious?
Hey, you rolled it.
This is like
And now
not
we go back to the top. Agmar, it's your turn again.
realistic.
It's my turn again.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so is he he bit his paw, right?
Yeah.
Like hard. So then I'm gonna try to. I still have my spear in hand, so what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to slash at her eye.
Okay.
One of her eyes.
I like it.
I'm not gonna pierce that. I'm just gonna try to slash with it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll now. It's a 7.
That's a miss.
Oh God.
It was a good try.
We suck.
It's a thought that counts. But no, it's not. It's the roll.
Please kill this.
Sam Adams?
I'm just gonna chop, like try to hit it like right on the neck or above the head.
I like it. Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
You got like 1.
Tell me it's a 1.
+2. No,
What
it's
was
a
it?
3.
Oh, it's a 3.
But then I have +2 so it's a 9.
Well, that's a miss.
We suck.
But you guys are really scaring it. It's scared.
It's so
All
sure
these
it's
gusts
scared.
of wind.
It does appreciate the gentle fanning you guys are giving it.
With the cool breeze. It shouldn't even be mad at us
Man,
for
this
waking
is
us up.
one
and
epic
it
battle.
up.
The
Moving on.
entire city is dying.
Varys, what you got?
I'm gonna cast Magic Stone and throw the stone at the.
Perfect.
Okay, so I got a 16, but I have a +4 modifier.
Yeah, that's more than enough. So it definitely does hit.
The druid has the best aim out of all of us. We suck.
Love it. Yeah, the druid's doing the most damage to the bear.
So that's 5 damage.
All right. So it is definitely hurting now. It's bleeding from several wounds, a couple spots on its paw where it bit itself, and then now the stone throw. It's definitely hurting. But it is its turn. It's going to go ahead and try attacking Agmar again. It doesn't like the outcome of the last hit, so it's going after you again. Agmar, what's your AC?
My AC is 15.
It hits with the first attack.
I hate you so much.
It hits with the second attack.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Oh, you take 7 damage on the bite.
Man, we're all gonna die on the first attack.
And you take 7 damage on the
I'm
second.
dead.
Oh,
I'm dead.
You're
Dead.
dead.
Don't
I
worry
should've
too much.
I should have tossed the oil.
I do have a healing spell, so
Oh God.
I'll be
Okay.
able to pull that
So,
off.
what's your hit points? What do you have?
10. You
Oh.
just hit me for
No,
4.
he's dead. He's literally
Yeah.
dead.
dead.
Yeah, so you're down. Well, you're downed. You're not
Yeah.
dead.
Downed.
You're downed. So you can be revived. But that was the bear's turn.
Passive protection, huh?
Brodo, it's your turn now.
I shoot at the bear.
Okay.
So actually, at this point, Agmar is where in like
He's on the
On the
ground.
ground.
The bear.
In a pool.
he's what?
He's on the ground. He dropped. He's downed.
He's on, but on which side of the bear?
In front of the bear. The bear attacked him, so he's in front of the bear. You're still off to the right behind the group, off to the right.
Am I able to shoot 2 arrows at once or no?
No. At least not yet. I don't know if you can later, but definitely not yet.
Okay. I want to aim for at least one of the eyes of the bear, if possible.
Perfect. Roll a d20.
All right, everybody, take a breath. Do I have to be honest, or can I roll again?
What'd you get?
Actually, hold on. I think I have a skill against this. So I actually am technically lucky. When you roll a neutral 1 on an
Yes.
attack roll ability or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll.
Yep.
So I have rolled a natural 1. And ladies and gents, let's praise that I'm a halfling. Let's go again. 9 plus 3.
Yep, that's a hit. So you did hit this
That's
time.
a hit.
Roll for damage.
I get 5.
That is enough to drop the bear.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's okay, guys. You guys don't have to thank me. It's all right.
So combat is over.
Combat is now over.
I'm freaking.
Inside the house, a loud, piercing scream emits, almost rattling the ground in the very air around you.
I walk away.
And that's when assuming they're a European pigeon and not an African pigeon.
This
Right.
podcast brought to you by pigeons.
African pigeons.
They migrate.
All right, Red Dead.
And what game are we playing? Zach?
Castlevania, man. Castlevania. As our lovely viewers can see in the background.
Yes.
Just amazing. Symphony of the Night is what you told me. You said, I'm ready for a sponsor.
Well, my exact words were, Samsung, come at me, bro.
Did you tell them that you're exploding with great talent?
I am great.